Good evening, all. Today we're going to cover miscellaneous exercise of applications of integral from question number 8. Till question number 7, you can find all the workings in the previous all videos. Now, let's start with question number 8 of applications of integrals. Question number 8. Find the area of the smaller region bounded by the ellipse and the line. So that's the question, as you can see here. Let me clear my screen a little bit. Yeah, there we go. Find the area of the smaller region bounded by the ellipse and the line. So ellipse is given, line is given. Well, there are two types of ellipse. One on the x-axis and other one on the y-axis. Now to decide which type it is, I've already told you in the first few videos. A is always greater than B. In ellipse, A value is always greater than B. So if the greatest value is under x, it's the first type of ellipse. So here 9 is greater than 4. Therefore, this is the first type of ellipse where the ellipse will be on the x-axis, or otherwise the major axis will be x-axis. So let's draw the main diagram. So here equation, main diagram is the ellipse equation. So first draw the main diagram, then find the point of intersection. So find out how the line and the ellipse meet. So I took the equation of the line. Let me zoom in a little bit. So this is equation of a line. Made it in terms of x. Substituted in the place of y of the equation of ellipse. Squared it. So it's 4 by 9. 3 minus x the whole square. And then simplified it to an extent where I can find the value of x. So x value is 0 and 3. So when x is 0, naturally y will be found out by applying over here. So when x is 0, y will become 2 by 3 into 3 minus 0, which is 2. So when x is 0, y is 2. And then when x is 3, y is 0. So applying in the same expression. So once you find x and y, we know how the line will travel. So one is 0, 2, another one is 3, 0. So now draw the line segment joining these 2 points. So I'm repeating this one more time. First we draw the ellipse, and then we find the point of intersection, and then we join the points to get the line. Now the question is, find the area bounded by the line and the ellipse but the smaller region. Imagine if this question is not smaller region, then the region would have been whole of this. If they didn't specify smaller region, then we have to find this area. But it is specified in the question that the area bounded by the line and the curve but a smaller part of it. So this is the area that we need to find. Here, in order to find this area, it is curve minus the line, because curve will give us this area and line will give us this area when you do it for x-axis. So curve minus line will give you the area bounded by the line and curve. So step 3 is smaller area bounded equals curve minus line. Expressing curve's equation or ellipse equation in terms of x, likewise for the line's equation also. And then curve minus the line. Now since we are doing it with respect to dx, we are doing it for x-axis. So x limit is what? 3 upper limit, 0 lower limit. So 0 to 3. Now integrate them normally as we integrate root of a square minus x square. The formula is written over here, so that is applied. 3 minus x integration is 3x minus x square by 2. 2 by 3 stands common out. Apply the upper limit and lower limit one by one, but very carefully. And then you end up by getting the answer as 3 by 2, pi by 3 by 2 times of pi minus 2. So this is the book answer. Now the next question is just the same, except instead of 9 and 4, it is A and B. Next, so the diagram would be the same like the previous one, only the limits. Uh, for the eighth one, it is 0 to 3, here it is 0 to 8. 0 to 8 limit, and the equations, I mean the y functions that we used to get it in terms of number and x, here will be in terms of variable and x. That's the only difference. So you come to this step, and when you apply the lower limit and upper limit, you end up by getting this as your answer. 10th question is find the area enclosed by the parabola, line and the x-axis. So area enclosed by the parabola, line segment and the x-axis. Parabola equation is x square equal to y. So it's a parabola that opens upward. Then we find the point of intersection as usual. We get to know that it meets at -1, 2. So here it meets at -1 in x-axis and 2 in y-axis. But then the area is area enclosed by the line, curve and the x-axis. So we should not take this area because this is bounded only by the line and the parabola, not by the x-axis. So we have to find the area or look for the area which is enclosed by x-axis also, which means x-axis stands as a boundary. So here this is the area where one side is x-axis, the other side is the line segment, and the third side is the arc of the ellipse, arc of the parabola. So we need to take this area and we have to find the area of this shape now. Now, one part of the shape is made by the parabolic arc and the other part is made by the line segment. So integrate the parabola with limit 0 to -1. Now, this value we didn't even find yet. But then this is the point at which the line meets the x-axis. We know the equation of the line already. So if it meets x-axis, it is meeting at x comma 0. So y coordinate is 0. So we get x as -2. Therefore, this point is -2 comma 0. So integrate the arc with limit 0 to -1. I mean upper limit 0, lower limit -1. And integrate the line segment with limit -1 to -2 to -1. So there it is. We have to add both. So when you integrate them and apply the upper limit and lower limit, you will get the answer as 5/6 square units. Next one is area bounded by mod x plus mod y equals to 1. Now, there is already hint given in the question. So, even without the hint, this is how we need to take this question. Mod of x means its absolute value, but x can be plus or negative. So, plus or minus x plus or minus y equals to 1. So, this gets divided into 4 equations. X plus y equals to 1, minus x minus y equals to 1, minus x plus y equals to 1, plus x minus y equals to 1. So we get 4 equations from this. Now draw the x and y axis. X axis and y axis. Take the first line, which is x plus y equal to 1. So when x plus y equal to 1, when x is 0, y is 1, and when y is 0, x is 1. So it passes through 1 comma 0 and 0 comma 1. Likewise for the next one. Next one is minus x minus y. Minus x minus y equals to 1. So when x is 0, y equals -1. So when y is 0, x is equals -1. So x negative and y negative. So line will be like this. Right? Now the next one is minus x plus y equal to 0. So here when x is 0, y is 1. When y is 0, x is -1. So y is 1, x is minus 1. So line will go this way. Now the last one, x minus y equals to 1. So here, alright. So yes. So when x is 0, y is minus 1. And when y is 0, x equals 1 here. So minus 1 in y and this way. Alright, so this is the diagram. Area bounded by this. Naturally, the bounded area is the whole thing. Right? Okay. But it's enough if I just find it for one triangle and then multiply it by 4. Right? It makes the same meaning. Just find it for one triangle and multiply it by 4. So required area will be 4 times, let me name this as ABO. So 4 times area of ABO, right? So therefore 4 times integration of this line segment. What is this line segment? X plus y equals 1. So we write y is equals, we integrate for x-axis, so it's y dx. So 1 minus x into dx. Limit will be, here it is 1 and here it is 0. So 0 to 1. Okay, so if you integrate this, you get the answer for this last one.